Hello, I'm Dr. Vanita Rattan, and this channel is dedicated to skincare for skin of colour. As you know, I'm a doctor, but I'm also a cosmetic formulator specifically for skin of colour. So with skin of colour, we do need to be a little bit more careful. We need to be more educated and empowered with our skincare, because with us, one scratch, one bite, or one burn, and we hyperpigment. Our melanocytes, those cells that produce pigment, are large and are easily triggered. This means with us, literally one mosquito bite can take down our skin, and so we do need to be more careful. Unfortunately, the majority of products on the market were not designed specifically for skin of color, because really for us, the first question you ask as a formulator is, how do I reduce chances of inflammation? That's the first question you ask. The second question you ask is, which are the best ingredients that are going to give me the benefit and the outcome that I'm looking for? But it has to be in that order. So no harm first, and then how do I improve someone's skincare? So today's video is, I think, quite essential. It is the best winter body creams. And the reason I say this is because we really should be wearing different creams throughout the year. The reason is that as the environment changes, your skin will respond. So if that sounds good to you, please give me a thumbs up. Let's dive right in. So I'm sure you already know that in the winter and in the cooler months, the humidity reduces. That means there's less water vapor in the air. And so just by diffusion, water evaporates from your skin into the air, and so your skin feels drier. Now, this is further exacerbated in the winter months because we have central heating on, that dries out our skin. We also tend to have air conditioning on, which is blasting out hot air, and that further dries your skin. Then we tend to go into a steaming hot shower because we're frozen and we feel relaxed under a steaming hot shower because your muscles relax, and it's just a really nice comforting thing to do. And sometimes that's all you need is like a little bit of love, a bit of comfort from a steaming hot shower. But this further dries your skin out. And then we step out of this steaming hot shower and think, do you know what? The last thing I want to do is apply a fatty cold cream to my skin. I feel like it will make all my muscles contract and I won't feel like I'm getting the hug that I deserve. And so we all go through the same cycle. And so your skin in the winter just keeps being assaulted and neglected. When you're a mom, however, you can't really turn a blind eye to it on your children when they have eczema. And so my son, who is 4 years old, is prone to eczema, prone to dry skin, constantly itching, that dry skin, irritable, sometimes can lead to scabs and bleeding. So I know I can't, just neglect his dry skin. When he comes out the shower, the last thing that he wants obviously is cold water. He'll be crying and it's just not a pleasant sight. So what I do is for him is I literally lay out a towel on my bed here. I use sweet almond oil and I make it into a whole thing, a whole massage. I become the masseuse, and I put the oil in my hands, I warm it up by rubbing it, blow into my hands, and cover the towel and really give him a nice full body massage, and he loves it. It's literally the only way I can lock in moisture into his skin, and I do it when his skin is still damp. I highly recommend it. If your children are as, cold cream averse as my children are, then it's a really great tip and technique to making sure that they get hydrated every single time they have a shower. Now, the key areas that also tend to get missed are the lips. So I highly recommend Vaseline, the non-fragrance one. So a petroleum jelly, basically, just an occlusive that just locks in moisture. And the other area that gets neglected are our feet, because we only really care about our feet in the summer when we wear sandals. But they also need some tender loving care. So do make sure when you are moisturizing your body, you are moisturizing your feet. At the end, I'm going to give you my top 3 body moisturizers for skin of color to prevent any irritation. Now, there are 3 other cases where dry skin is worse. Number one, as you age. As we age, our sebum production reduces, and so we're able to hold less water in the skin, and so we do have more water evaporation. So this is why dry skin can become worse as we age. Plus, on top of that, the cell time turnover increases as we age, and so you tend to get more dull skin. So multiple things combined lead to drier skin as we age, and so you do need to be more careful with moisturizing your body. The second one is hot baths. Hot baths, as relaxing as they are, do also make your skin drier and more dehydrated, so please pay attention at that point. And also, if you're already prone to eczema, if you've already got a damaged skin barrier and you're already having water evaporated from the skin, then you are prone to dehydrated skin on the body in the winter months. You need to know that so that you can almost double protect yourself. Don't allow it to get to a point where your skin is now bleeding and ripped apart and itching, and now you've got secondary infection before you try and treat the skin. And really, prevention is so much better than cure. Otherwise, you're constantly in this vicious cycle. So if you already know that you are prone to dry skin and itchy, irritated skin, then you need to be moisturizing every single day, your full body, not just when you come out of the shower. That's assuming you don't have a shower every day. Okay, so there are some simple lifestyle changes that you can make. So for starters, make sure you're having lukewarm showers every other day. If you already have dry skin, I really wouldn't recommend having a shower every day. I would do it every other day, change your knickers every day, but I just wouldn't put your skin under unnecessary assault if you're not soiled, if you haven't been rolling around in the mud, I would rather you had a shower every other day with lukewarm water. So you don't make sure it's not hot. That's the worst thing you can do. Then use a hydrating shower gel, non-fragranced. The one I love is Oilatum shower gel because, again, it's a great occlusive. It works really well on my son, so it can be used on children, but I use it on my own body, especially during pregnancy where your skin is stretching and you want to do everything you can to lock in that moisture. It really helps, but also in the winter months when I know my skin is looking dull and flaking and just not where I want it to be, Oilatum shower gel really does help. The next thing I would recommend is when you come out of the shower, make sure you pat your skin dry, keep it damp before you apply your moisturizer. The reason is that once your skin has completely dried, water is evaporating, but it's also taking water away with it. So what you find is after you've had a shower and you've dried your skin feels tight and dehydrated. And that's what we don't want. What we want to do is make sure it's just patted, so it's damp dry, and then you apply your moisturizer, so you never get to that point where your skin is feeling tight. That's a mistake. I'd also say make sure you don't use any rough towel to dry your skin either, because again, you are irritating the top layer of your skin, and that's just unnecessary. And don't scrub with your towel either. At night, make sure you have a humidifier if your skin is prone to eczema or excessive dryness. I'd also recommend that you have your water. So with me, I've always got my fluids. This is, I tend to have about 3 liters of fluids a day. That's also important. And I tend to also have my moisturizer with me. So here, for example, you can see my Cera-Pep, and I keep it by my bedside cabinet. The reason being that I've got carpet and I like to do my feet at night. And so when I'm reading in bed, and I can just allow the moisturizer to absorb into my skin without going all over my carpets. It's just a little tip. Okay, so my favorite creams are the ones that have no fragrance in them, because fragrance is, a lot of people are going to be fine with fragrance, but unfortunately it's a #1 cause of contact dermatitis, and also you get delayed reactions. And so in the future you can react to a product that you've been using for years, and it's also a co-sensitizer, so then it sensitizes you to other ingredients in that product that you originally were absolutely fine with. So this is why I always advocate for non-fragrance products. For me, there really should be a purpose behind every ingredient in your product. And I do understand some people saying fragrance is fine, Dr. V, because it makes me feel good. I agree, fragrance does make you feel good. Literally, I'm wearing this right now on my jumper because I love, smelling nice. But let's not irritate our skin in the process. So this is why I tend to recommend it. Also avoid any drying alcohol, especially if you already have dehydrated skin. So the 3 that I recommend, number 1 is Vanicream. So the second ingredient here is petrolatum. It's an emollient and it's also an occlusive. So it's basically like a second skin and it's locking water in, preventing any transepidermal water lost. The second product I like is Aveeno. So here glycerin is the first ingredient. That's a very powerful water magnet. And so that basically sits in the epidermis and attracts water molecules to it, so it tends to plump up that top layer of skin. And the third product that I love is Eucerin Original Healing Cream. The second ingredient here is petrolatum and again is an occlusive. These are all for very dry skin. For combination skin and non-acne prone skin, I would recommend the one that I use, which is Cera-Pep or CeraVe, those 2. I'm in the comment section for 1 hour at the launch of every single video, so make sure you're here. Please do follow me on Instagram at the Hyperpigmentation Clinic and at Skincare by Dr. V. Don't forget to download your free guide. The link is down below. And if you've got any questions, please do write them down below, or any other videos you want me to make for you, please write them below. I know we are flying through the list that you've sent me, but I want more complex questions. You know, can I wear this on top of this? Can I use this with this? Is this going to react with this? I feel like now a lot of us have got a very good basic knowledge of skincare, and I do want us to all to go to the next level and start answering slightly more complex questions. So please do write them down below, and the most popular ones or the ones that get the most thumbs up, I will 100% do for you. Thank you very much.